at some point.
Like Franil Reyes, Franchi Cordero.
Yeah, Cordero was the big one, wasn't he, last year?
He's the guy who just smokes the ball, hits the ball
Just
at
like,
like
and he's
Stanton
really
levels.
quick as well.
Yeah, he's
Quick,
just
I've
like
got a feeling he's quick.
yeah. So
Really quick and ridiculous exit velocity. A bit like Keon Brox, actually,
yeah,
where he's just, all the StatCast numbers is like just really good on.
yeah. If he could be better at some of the baseball stuff, it would make him ridiculous.
Yeah, well, and like Margot, actually.
Yeah,
People like that. Although, but to be honest, Hunter Renfroe and Will Myers in the corner outfield spots, I'm not sure I'm a fan of that. Well, defensively.
no, that could be interesting.
Actually, is Hunter Renfroe going to be starting, or is it going to be Franmil Reyes?
Well, this is the thing is they've got so many options that you feel like it's a
Yeah,
decent dice roll that at least one of them is better than is expected.
yeah, yeah. They're starting to be like very interesting, aren't they? And it feels like they've been sort of quite a boring team for a while, apart from
Because
the
they've been
occasional thing of like what was his name? Oh yeah, Ryan Schimpf.
yeah,
A couple of years ago, occasional thing like that was just sort of funny.
but they have been rubbish for a long time. They should be getting good. Like if you're a Padres fan, you have every right to be a bit bored. They haven't made the playoffs
Yeah,
since 2006. They've not had a winning season since 2010. Like there's pretty crap.
yeah. I'm not convinced that this is going to be the year that they're really good, but they're going to make a step forward.
Oh no, neither am I. I don't think they're going to be like.
Yeah, because
If
I
I
mean,
was putting,
I have seen. I know, like, it does seem like some people think that this is sort of like they are now, there.
yeah, that's wrong though,
But
isn't
I'd
it?
still
That's
have
the
them
thing.
behind the Rockies, definitely.
Well, that's because people overvalue unproven stuff and
Yeah,
undervalue proven stuff. So like
yeah.
prospects hitting in double A is fantastic, but
Yeah.
also that's not.
It works a bit both ways, doesn't it? I think it's basically a prospect that's unproven in the majors is sort of they're obviously less valuable than someone that's proven in the majors, but they're also maybe more valuable than someone that's proven they're not very good.
Yeah, I think of like Dansby Swanson's a good example of that.
Yeah,
His value's only plummeted since he's been a major leaguer.
yeah. I mean, he's picked up a bit now, isn't he? He's okay.
Yeah, but when he was a prospect, the idea was he was not going to be just okay.
Yeah. Well, I
That
mean,
when he
he's a really good defender, isn't he? Like,
he had a 6.99 OPS last season.
okay, that's not good. I thought it was a bit better than that.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah,
what I mean. It's like he's a good example of his actually was better when he hadn't played in the major leagues.
yeah, and he's now played quite a bit.
But there's still value on guys who are proven. So like even if you're proven to be a league average hitter, that is still worth something compared to someone who's been in the minor leagues and has been like good.
Yeah,
Because those guys might come to the majors and be rubbish.
yeah. As we've seen like a few times with the
Yeah, exactly.
Giants. Um, yeah, they're sort of they're on the way up, but they're not there yet. I don't think. Should we move on yet?
Yeah, should we go to the Rockies? Because the Padres, there's not actually
Yeah,
much to say, is there?
let's move on to the Rockies. As we just mentioned, the Rockies. Um, they seem to like doing stuff sort of badly,
Should
but
we
then
should we go on
occasionally seem to do something that I like. But yeah, what?
should we go on the usual tirade of what the hell are they doing? Because I've just
It's
started
sort of
writing my
that though. But
preview for them.
like, since now they've extended Arenado.
Yeah, but that was easy. That was just throwing a bag of money at your best player.
Yeah, but like,
I mean that was
I
like it would be, they had to try.
yeah, yeah. But now that they've done that, it makes some of their other decisions not as bad. I think. I mean, I think they still maybe should have done more.
They still had to get another hitter in free agent, I think.
Wait, let's see. Who have they got?
Daniel Murphy was all they did in free agency.
Yeah, it's the outfield,
That
isn't it? This week, but I don't know. I mean, before we were basically saying they should sort of sacrifice their future a bit for this season
yeah,
because Arenado free agency. But now they've had him down a long time. I don't mind it so much because, well, I think Daniel Murphy is possibly going to be one of the most underrated signings of the season. I mean, he's going to play first base, I think. I hope he plays first base. But he's at Coors Field with like the averages that he's hit for before in career and stuff, and like the sort of hitter he is, like a line drive hitter with a bit of pop. I think that is like the perfect hitter for Coors Field.
Yeah,
Like he could. I know I'm calling it that he. Okay, he's gonna be top 3 National League MVP.
I was going to say he was
This
going to get
season.
MVP votes, but you sort of trumped me on that one. I think if he's
Um,
healthy, he wins the batting title
yeah,
because the batting title always goes to Coors Field, and he was already a really good contact hitter. Um,
exactly.
I
And
I like I really
but
like
I mean,
that move.
I really like. I mean, at that stadium, like you could honestly see him hitting like 30 odd home runs and having like a 340 batting average and something stupid.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. I
and
don't think that's.
he also he doesn't walk much, actually, does he? But his batting average is so high that it doesn't really matter. But yeah, he's gonna be like a really key part of that lineup. And I don't know, while I think they probably should have got another hitter, like an outfielder, really, isn't it? Because what they're gonna have in the outfield at the moment
Ian Desmond, Dahl, and Blackman.
is Desmond definitely playing.
Yeah, that's
Okay, if they said that,
yeah, I think so.
because that's isn't it?
A lot of this goes back to how god awful the Ian Desmond thing was, and then the
Yeah,
decision making with him subsequently.
yeah, they've because Dahl's another guy that well he was a highly rated prospect, and they've not given him a chance. I think this part of the stuff that they do really wrong a lot is they have these good prospects and they don't manage them properly. Like they bring them up and put them on the bench. Like Dahl has been like a bench player, hasn't he, pretty much for like the last few years.
Yeah,
He was like a top prospect, and then they decided he was just going to be a bench player now, instead of giving him at bats ahead of like Gerardo Parra or someone
well, yeah. I
who
mean,
was just sort of average.
that's one massive thing they've done is not re-signing Power and Cargo.
Yeah,
I mean, that's not nothing, I suppose.
and I mean, well, actually, his major league batting stats, actually, David Dahl, looking pretty tasty in this small sample size so far.
Yeah, but it's
He's
also
played
not.
just under a full season between 2016 and 2018, and it's like, 293 batting average. Um,
He's
with
on course for
16
like,
home runs.
yeah,
There's 16
hun-
home runs in 470 at bats.
162 game average is 27 doubles and 27 home runs with 12 stolen bases and an 859 OPS. That's going to get it done, isn't it?
Yeah,
That is.
but like basically, I think they've now said, haven't they, that is he? So they've said he's a centre fielder. I'm guessing, have they?
I think he's going to be playing center.
I hope so. I mean, if it's those 3 guys, he's like, surely he is the centre fielder. But yeah,
Yeah.
like if, as long as they don't mess that up. But that's the kind of stuff I need to be doing more of. And this, I think, basically replacing Desmond, because I don't think they necessarily have another outfielder. I mean, they had like Tapia, but he's not been that good in the majors and stuff when he's had a chance. Like that'd be the one that you'd say they should have replaced. Like maybe gone and got Adam Jones or something.
McCutcheon,
Yeah,
Andrew McCutcheon, it would have been like, he would have done really well there. I mean,
perfect.
Adam Jones is
Yeah,
another one of these
Andrew
guys that
McCutcheon's
like,
another one of those line drive hitters with pop. That's
yeah,
like, I think, the perfect mold of hitter. Because it's actually batting average that is the thing that's boosted the most by Coors Field, not power like everyone thinks.
yeah.
But the power does get boosted a bit. So if you have a bit of pop, you suddenly have quite a lot of power. Then if you if you can hit line drives, it's just like falls in the gaps and stuff for
Well,
like singles and
guys
doubles
like
all the time.
McCutcheon, he's still got the speed as well. Like he'd be making doubles out of stuff that Murphy would only be getting singles. Be getting triples all the
I
time,
mean,
like
yeah,
Charlie Blackman does.
I think he'd probably have similar production to what Charlie Blackman has. You have those 2 guys in the corners, Dahl in
This,
centre. But I mean, yeah. So I don't think it's too bad now they've signed Arenado because it's like they've
It changed it a bit, but I think for a contending team to have Ian Desmond playing in the outfield every
yeah.
day
I think the
is
rest of their lineup
criminal.
though is might be so good it doesn't matter really that much.
Maybe, but it's still a failure of the people making the
Yeah,
decisions. So that is even that's I agree with you. The rest of the lineup could be so good that it makes up for it, but you shouldn't be taking that risk.
yeah,
Like they just had this young pitching staff of a great year. You've just given Arenado all of the money for the rest of time.
yeah.
Even like we say, Adam Jones would have
This
been something.
yeah. I think even though I was saying that the Daniel Murphy signings could be really underrated, they actually needed. I think they needed an outfielder more than an infielder because they've got
Yeah,
loads of infield prospects,
yeah. That
and
might just
they've
might
now
just block them.
they've got one spot, haven't they? Which I think, well, I think they've probably said, haven't they? But like I assume so. That's going to go to one of the prospects
Hampson is I would imagine
as the
is
favourite.
the
But
guy.
those,
Roto champ have Garrett Hampson at the
yeah,
moment, if that
I
means anything.
yeah. Well, earlier in spring training, anyway, I heard about it. It was like a battle, maybe. Actually, Brendan Rodgers probably isn't ready yet, but it's like Brendan Rodgers is like the really top one, isn't he? And they've got McMahon, who was a really highly rated prospect.
Who they've then ruined a bit.
Yeah, because they didn't give him that much game time last year, did they? Again,
No. Saying that, I think Rogers is going to be up this year.
yeah, I think he is, but I don't think he's
Well, I've got the
starting.
prospect list up. He is going to be up this year. He should be ready to contribute in
Yeah,
19. Played AAA last year. I didn't realise that. I thought it was further away.
that move though, signing Arenado, I think like changes the whole division for the next few years, like massively.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because I was sort of assuming he was off after this year, but
I
they're
thought there was
basically
a
going to
very
be
good
content for a
chance.
long time because they are well. Apart, I guess like Blackman's old and probably not going to be that good for that much longer, possibly. Although maybe he could still be a really good hitter for a while, but he's already a bit of a liability in the outfield, isn't he? And it's only going to get worse.
Yeah, that
But
could get
anyway,
pretty.
like with their young rotation that broke out last year and stuff, it's like I think that's the main question mark is how they do. Because like if they follow that up, they are suddenly then in a really strong position. Oh,
Yeah,
um, yeah, and with like a lot of these other young prospects around, hitting prospects and stuff, I think they're in a strong position, but they could have done more to improve their chances this year. But then
same.
again, as was the division's not that strong, so you know they've got a decent chance of winning it.
And because of their number of games against three teams that might be a long way under 500, the wild card is easy, I think, to forget the games against each other. So,
Yeah,
you often see how strong the East and the Central are going to be, and everything's like, oh, well, the wild card spots will fall to them. There's a good chance they take too many games off each other,
yeah,
and the Colorado get like the home wild card game.
yeah. I could definitely see that. I think there's a chance in this division that it ends up being the split between the Rockies and Dodgers and everyone else. But then there's also, as I was just saying with the Padres, there's a chance that the Padres are in either group, really.
I think there's quite a slim chance for the Padres, though.
I
I think that,
mean, yeah, I mean, because well, you always have like if stuff goes well for the Padres and then the Rockies get a few injuries and stuff. Suddenly
yeah,
they're not that far apart. Um,
Dodgers time, I guess.
is it? Yeah, no, nothing else to say about the Rockies. We
Not
covered,
really.
haven't we? No, apart from the expensive bullpen.
Yeah,
But that's sort
it's
of
a,
like,
it's tricky because a lot of those issues, like Desmond, it feels a bit unfair to still keep complaining about them, but they were such big mistakes, they're still hurting them. So it's like it is still an issue. They have a lot of money tied up in a bullpen.
yeah. Okay.